wrong, my king? You have worked tirelessly to create those books. You even inserted picture for people who can read.
It's a useless piece of paper. I live my fame and what's my time making such rubbish.
Why? Why call trash?
I think creating a letter is beyond my ability.
That's why you make a letter that easy to learn.
They were the people who most opposed the letters. They know how to read Chinese and that's given them powers for their generations. They will not lose their privilege.
Your Majesty, along with our visit, we have been blessed with the rain. Inhabitants of heaven will be happy. Relation between Japan and Japan, Your Majesty.
Why did you come this time?
Your Majesty, please provide life for us.
What do you mean?
If you cannot read the Buddhist Tripitaka, we swear we will not return alive and come across the sea, sir.
But I give you a copy of notes every time you come.
It's not the book that you want, but the original block, Your Majesty.
What? So do you want our ancestral treasures?
Joseon has rejected Buddhism and worship Confucius, Your Majesty. The late King Jongjang promised to give it to us, so we preserve it to build our temple. If the late king promises is not kept, how can Joseon become a civilized country, Your Majesty?
We have to do something, Your Majesty. We really need it. What are we gonna be if we don't have our own cup?
The Tripitaka is not just a collection of Buddhist scriptures. However, it has more meaning in it.
What should we do?
There was a man who could solve this, but he was a bit disappointed.
I will wait for the result. How about the tea? What is this? Very sweet and bitter. That's blue. This is omijat, the pride of my province. Want some more? Yes, please.
So you are the people who say strength for Buddhist prayers?
That's philosophy in Buddha's original Sanskrit.
Sanskrit. Did you persuade Japanese monks in Sanskrit too?
Good monk can speak, regardless of which country he came from.
Atsila, can we hear the language of Sutra too?
Mana tahu mana re mana bisa disalahkan dan mana ni bandana matu-mata. Ampera mana suka.
Can you write what you say?
Mohaki was the best at writing.
Is it a phonetic letter? Do you know other phonetics too?
Mostly can be the scripture, indicator, and aspect. There are phonetic elements created by monks based on Sanskrit.
If our phonetics letter is Sanskrit, there must be a principle behind it.
1,500 years ago, some monks from India categorized sounds and letters. The principle is written in Tripitaka.
What? Do you know that principle too? I read all the Chinese books and couldn't find any clues. You will help me.
I am the son of a trader. I became a monk to survive. You have destroyed my house, my temple. Why seek my help?
Don't shame me. I am the daughter of trader too. It's make me sad every time I go to Holy Temple. It's great for people who can read the Buddha's teaching. His sermon 2,000 years ago could be seen by their eyes, to be heard by their ears.
And I wear a mask of king's jump, and you claim to be a dog. And we both are it. Will you help me?
Under one condition, Jonah.
Say it.
Please build a temple within the capital.
What? Build a Buddhist house in the capital of Confucian state?
So a king cannot do that.
Okay, I will build it.
Young, you're so young. All these books are about Chinese phonetics. You wasted your time.
How dare you?
Why wrestle with Chinese characters to make a phonetic alphabet? Hakjoya! What did you hear?
Well, I heard the sound. It came up from his throat, rang in his mouth, and then came in my ears.
Not so bad. Good. Before this man memorize all those letters, don't let them out of this temple.
Yes, Master.
Here, give this to the king.
How can the relationship between sound and letter be disorganized? And it's all within the Prihutami.
Instead the principle and framework of the letters and explain the anatomy in progress.
Why is that?
Sanskrit indicates sound by default and enamel. Just for example, they use G of egg and of jug. But Sanskrit divided A and differently. They call the middle sound a vowel. They call the G and the as consonant. Sanskrit knows the first, middle, and sound.
These vowel and consonant to make words. Thus, they can capture sounds with a few letters. How many vowel and consonants?
Sanskrit has 51 letters, Pakspa has 42 letters, and Tibetan has 30 letters.
There are far too many, and they look complicated.
We have divided all the sounds of our words into 26 consonant and 13 vowels using Sanskrit for now, Jonah.
I want the letter to be fewer than there are in the letter. So, Ajaya, do you know how many stars are in the sky?
1 trillion, Jonah.
There are more stars than sand of the grain on the beach. But there are just in the 28 constellations.
Still, we have to sound letter on letter, not the other way around, Jonah.
But we have to make it simple and easy. Otherwise, busy people don't have time to learn it.
Yes, sir.
The book you gave me said that the shape is just by lines and dots. So now make the dots and the line.
Draw in one line.
There's no curve. I don't care.
Draw into strokes. Draw in 3 draws.
No, unga. They sound similar and appear to have similar shapes. What does this have to do with sound and shapes?
Although they seem to have order, we don't know what their goals are based on. Molar sound are said to be velar sound.
How does sounds come from the molars?
That must mean the sound comes from the molar area, Jonah.
Maybe a strain in my molar area. Good. Put it down. Gina, put your finger in my mouth. I command you.
Spare my life, Jonah.
Ajaya. So, G molar sound and tongue sound un, lips sound s, and incisor sound g, and the throat sound and then what?
We created the basic form based on vocal organs. The rest is just a matter of time, I think.
Time is what I don't have.
What about a break, Michael?
Let's start from the beginning.
That's enough. You will break this blow. You cannot talk. Listen to me, Master. Your Highness, can you walk the string again? Not the drum. Walk again. See? That's it. Don't you get it? The beat is the rusty cover. Do it again. Again. That's it. Ding ding. As it goes up, add another line. As the sound gets stronger and higher, draw a line. How frustrating. The easiest and most beautiful letter in the world. Why can't we make them? Let's just use one more line. "17 consonant and 11 vowels. We made 28 basic letters, Jonah."
This has never happened before. Using the Tripitaka to make a new letter. Let me hear his voice.
Au, I, A, Yo, U. Is there something wrong, my king?
Even though the sound expressed as sometimes is and sometimes is but it's really different.
This is the root of all vocals. It rises deep in the throat and vibrates through the mouth.
Leave it alone. The voice is inside, but it's the complex. Just make it a flow simple but perfect vocal sequence.
Letter can be a vessel for sound, but they can also kill the vocal cord. If the vocal cords are killed, then the sentiment within them also die. A letter should not be made to justify his actions alone.
You know why?
Claiming all that for the people, you insist on good standard just to threaten your real authority.
But the king must set standard rules.
No matter how beautiful the law is, if you suppress and kill people's norm, it means violence under the guise of good intention.
What?
Your Majesty, if I hear cows cry, it reminds me of cows, a mother. I love her. When I say that sound, it's same in reciting the sutra. Let's all do it.
All the stars are categorized into 28, right? If we leave this letter, it will be only 27, sir.
Well then. There's something wrong.
Chinese characters may be difficult, but they can be read easily. But this seems irregular. There's still something missing.
Tibetan.
In Tibetan, if the first letter is a vowel, then the silent is added before it.
Perfect. Om Mani Padme Hum. Of our 17 consonants, that's the geometry aspect I'll talk about earlier.
You work hard with the monk creating a letter.
You have no knowledge about language. The monks that consider us a dog have a skill to make the letters. Can anyone over scientist than me?
That's why Joseon exists today, sir.
I'm bored with that. I want to create a country that can surpass China.
Impossible.
Why not? A country that everyone can learn and write, where everyone can learn and wise teachings. China will never allow this to happen.
What do you want to say, sir?
A new letter. Your Confucian must make a new letter. Minister, today we make a new history. We succeed make our new letter. It's called Hanminjeongeum.
Your Majesty, is it Hanja enough to fulfill the dream of people? This venerable system has been passed down through the century. Why? We do need to create a new foreign language system.
Minister Kim Gan-hee. Hanminjeongeum is not for replace our old letter. It's just to make it easier to understand by our people, by Joseon.
With all due respect, Your Majesty, what about our scholar and intellectual who spend years to learn Hamjang? One day Hanminjeongeum make their own knowledge.
Wise Minister An Choi. Anja is gonna be our main language. It's not gonna be replaced by our new letter. Our new letter is just make it easier for our people, for Joseon. Minister Chongchi, please spread our new letter. Tell to our people to learn these new letters and make it knowledge for Joseon.
Your Majesty, I apologize for any doubt that I may have left. I promise I will learn Hanminjeongeum directly and spread it to all my domain.
That's good. Now, make it from your own perspective and make sure this new letter is spread to the Joseon. Hanminjeongeum. I wish this letter is gonna make our future bright for Joseon.
Grup 2 drama. Kamsahamnida.